And welcome back to Brush. We have Kyle Rosenbrock at 170 pounds against Brody Croy of Highland. Just underway here in the first period. They're hand fighting forehead to forehead out there. A single leg attempt by Rosenbrock. Backs away from that. There's good head pressure on Croy. The referee stops the match. Somebody lost contact.
Yep, Tyler's saying he'll grab it, sticking up somebody's hand over there. you take it, I don't want it.
Back underway. Hand fighting out there. Single leg try by Rosenbrock. Croy fights that off. Hand fighting again, trying to get inside control on the head. Double leg try by Rosenbrock. He's going to pick up the takedown, goes right to a half. Trying to kick his leg free and put that half on. That doesn't go anywhere. Good cross face by Rosenbrock. Has the cross face cradle hooked up, pulls Croy back. Now he's got Croy on his back, picking up near fall points. Trying to settle Croy down. He's kicking for all he's worth, and there's the pin for Rosenbrock. Minute 27.
That was a nice move, and the official did a different job with it. I'm not sure who this official is, but he looked in between the wrestlers for that near shoulder to be down. But that'll tie it up 6-6 as we go to our third match. Tristan Teeter, ranked number 8 in the state at 195, will take on Sean Belfridge as they shake hands. So we'll keep it here. Tristan slimmed down to 182 pounds, or at least 184, to get that 2-pound allowance this time.
He looks good down at that weight.
Yeah, he does. And tries a shot, but Belfridge blocks that. Tristan 0-2 down there to Florence. He gets in on a single leg, picks it up, and he's trying to improve, and just picks him up, dumps him down, and went for the half. Now come back with a crossface with the left arm. Belfridge bases up, though. Now Tristan will grab an ankle and drive him forward and out of bounds. Team with a 2-point lead with that takedown. 1:14 on the clock, first period. Teeter on the left side. And here comes a little Peterson roll attempt by Belfridge. Teeter gets his cross face in there, trying to settle that down as Belfridge reaches back between the legs and grabs the thigh and spins around. And somebody tells Tristan to grab an ankle, so he does. And, Belfridge, he's got that Peterson roll locked up, and the official's going to award it a little bit quick. I'm not sure he had any control out of that. Now Teeter's going to get an escape. The reversal to Belfridge and escape to Teeter, and that was only up by 1. Work forehead to forehead. Teeter tries to snap him down. Going at 182 pounds. This is our third match of this duel. Bang foreheads and break out of that tie-up. Teeter gets almost caught in the front headlock. He'll skip away from that. And gets front headlock on Belfridge. And drive him to his knees. And now he's trying to his only headlock and throw him, but we run out of time in the third. It'll be 3-2 for Tristan Teeter. Looks at coach, and he'll defer it. Belfridge will take the down position. Teeter in on the left side. Grab the far ankle and drive Belfridge forward. Hit him with a crossface and try to go for a crossface cradle look. Belfridge likes that Peterson roll, but Teeter does a good job of sprawling away from that. Set an arm bar on the left side, trying to grab the far wrist and drive that arm bar around. They're going a complete 360, going on the second one. As Teeter gets him broke down, can't quite get that wrist. Keeps driving that. It's the fourth 360 out there. Now Belfrid's trying to stand up and walk away, and Teeter's going to push him away. That'll tie it up. Belfridge in on a single leg. And Teeter trying to fight that off, but he's going to be taken down. He'll be down by 2. Ooh. Full Nelson by Belfridge. We got Teeter a point, but he'd rolled out of that and had Belfridge on his back. So I'll just restart. That'll put Teeter up. See, down by 1. 5-4 for Belfridge. Teeter turns into him. The coach is going, no. Belfridge stretches him out a little bit. Belfridge with a figure 4 on the leg. Teeter broken flat.
He's got a scissor on it.
Isn't that illegal now?
I think it is.
Depends on where it's at and how it's applied, and I'm not quite sure how that goes. And he throws a grapevine in as Teeter based up. He's got the double grapevine in on him as we're down inside of 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Belfridge up by 1. Teeter getting a couple of elbows in the back of the head. The junior for the Beat Diggers. Belfridge just keeps that grapevine in there. It's a little uncomfortable. Oh, now he's got to power that half Nelson or a headlock out of that double grapevine, and Teeter's in deep trouble with 2 seconds and counting. And he's going to last out the period. That'll be a 3-point near fall. Now it's 8-4 for Belfridge. Teeter's had shoulder troubles, and that doesn't help him. Belfridge is senior. And it'll be Teeter's choice. He's going to take the down position. Down by 4. Get the clock set. Belfridge in on the left. He throws that double grapevine right in on Teeter. Comes back to the power half and cranks Teeter over, picking up back points. Working on that sore shoulder. He's got the half in there off that. He'll stretch the wrist out. And getting chest to chest. Teeter's in deep trouble. Belfridge going for the pin. Fishing down there looking. He's got his nose right on the mat. And there's a pinfall for Highland Huskies as Tristan Teeter will be pinned by Sean Belfridge, number 5 in the state. And that comes at 4:30 of the match. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. As Jose Rodriguez, unranked, goes against number 4 ranked Theo Zimmer.
Front headlock by Theo Zimmer. Theo Zimmer, a senior for the Highland Huskies, ranked 4th in the state. Have Jose Rodriguez in on a single leg, pretty deep, trying to lift Zimmer up, but Zimmer's got awfully long legs. Has about 6 inches of height on Jose. Zimmer with a front headlock, and Jose still trying with that single leg. Has Zimmer over on his hip. They're right at the edge of the mat. Jose trying to pick up that takedown at the edge. He stands up. And they're going to give Jose 2 points for the takedown right at the edge of the mat.
They let him wrestle the edge there. I thought there's 3 points out of bounds. But Jose gets the takedown.
So Jose up 2-0 in this match. About a minute left in the first period here at 195 pounds. Quick stand up by Zimmer. Turns into Jose. Gets the escape. It's a 2-1 match now. They're hand fighting out there in the center circle. Zimmer putting a lot of head pressure on Jose. Jose trying to peel off. Little duck under, and it goes to a single by Jose. Misses it there. He grabs a single leg, trying to pick it up on the edge of the mat again. And they're going to go out of bounds this time.
He's really good at his single legs.
That's a nice single leg he's got. It's a little duck under to that single that time. Back underway, 20 seconds left in the first period. Both wrestlers hand fighting, trying to get wrist control. Now Zimmer reaches up to the head. They're in on a single leg by Jose again. Zimmer gets cautioned for stalling. And the first period runs out. Jose still in the lead, 2-1. And we're going to stop the match for some blood time.
The on-the-mat rankings will be out tonight, and I think you'll see Jose's name on there. Let's see, I think he picked up a 5th place down at the Florence tournament. Wrestled well down there. He's got a little blood going. He's had kind of sandwiched in between Joe Carwin and Oscar Soto, so he went on a diet. Now he's varsity at 195, and I think we'll see a lot of good things from Jose this year.
I didn't hear. How did Brush do at Florence?
They were third.
Third.
Tried to pull that up on my iPhone, but we get interrupted, and I can't get it to where I wanted to be. But
and you said Valley won that tournament?
Yes.
Who was second?
Discovery Canyon. Discovery Canyon is ranked pretty high, I think, on the 4 or 5A side.
Discovery Canyon ranked 5th on the 4A side.
Okay, Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for home improvement projects. Ackley Building Center, located at 1402 Mill Street in Brush, your one-stop shop for flooring, paint, tools, great appliances, and more. That's Ackley Building Center.
So we got the blood cleaned up. Jose's ready. He chooses the bottom position here in the second period. Little crotch ride by Zimmer with the right behind the shoulder. Pulls Jose down to the mat. Zimmer's big and long and lanky, and he can put a lot of pressure on Jose. Jose trying to turn into Zimmer. Not working. Nice switch by Jose. He's going to pick up the quick reversal. Goes up 4-1 here. Zimmer trying to stand up again. Jose with a crotch, probably trying to side drag Zimmer. Zimmer stands up. Jose pulls him back down. Now Jose with a cross face and trying to instill that pick and step. Grabs the ankle, trying to step through the legs. Now Zimmer stands back up again. Jose pulls Zimmer right back down to the mat. Now Jose trying to get a 2-on-1 underneath. Had that scissor circle on the ankle for a minute. Zimmer still just trying to stand up. Just about gets back up to his feet. And Jose pulls him back down. Jose has a 2-on-1 on Zimmer. Zimmer stands up, peels away, and going to get the 1-point escape. It's now a 4-2 match in favor of Jose Rodriguez here at 195 pounds. Both wrestlers on their feet again in the neutral position. Jose has wrist control on one wrist, Zimmer on the other. Jose in on another single leg. Good sprawl and a cross face by Zimmer. And they're going to scoot out of bounds. 13 seconds left here in the second period. Zimmer's already been warned for stalling once. Wrestlers fight for wrist control in the neutral position. We're going to run out of time here in the second period. It's Zimmer's choice. He's going to choose the down position here in the third. Down by 2 points. Zimmer sets. Jose on from the right side. Quick stand-up attempt by Zimmer. Jose pulls him back down to the mat. Zimmer still on his knees. Now he gets up to his feet, peels away, and gets the 1-point escape. It's 4-3 in favor of Jose here in the third period. Underhook by Zimmer. Trying to reach in there for the double underhook. Jose gets his arm back. Big head pressure by Zimmer on Jose. Jose has wrist control. Jose peels that arm off of his head, and Zimmer comes right back in with an underhook. Jose gets rid of that. They're still fighting for wrist control in there. Jose tries for a single leg. Zimmer sprawls, trying to spin behind Jose. Has a front headlock hooked up on Jose. They're right at the edge of the mat. Front headlock still by Zimmer, trying to pull Jose in, and they're going to go out of bounds. 50 seconds left here in the third period. Both wrestlers still in the neutral position. Jose Rodriguez leading this match 4-3. Inside of 45 seconds left in this match. Big head pressure by Zimmer. All he does is hang on to that. Jose in on a single leg, and they're going to go out of bounds again. Just about had the takedown there at the edge.
Jose doing a good job of countering, coming back with that single leg off that headlock throw.
Zimmer's so big, he can just reach up and grab Jose's head and shove it down. Now Zimmer in on a single leg. Jose trying to sprawl away from it. Oh, Jose loses control. 15 seconds left. He's down by a point, 5-4. Now a half attempt by Zimmer. Jose tries to roll him through. Inside of 5 seconds. Jose's going to get the reversal here right at the end of the match, and he's going to win this match 6-5. What a match.
I just love to watch Jose wrestle. He gets a little more confidence. He's going to be dangerous. This 6-5 victory. And coming from behind in the last few seconds, how about that? We've got another great match coming up here. Joe Carwin against Kobe Samashima. Oh, man, ACIs, they proudly support local high school sports throughout northeastern Colorado. When you need ice, don't settle for just any old frozen water. Get AC Ice. You can find it at any local grocery or convenience store near you. That's AC Ice. Joe Carwin and Kobe Shamashima. And I think Shamashima's brother was a state champ a couple years ago. So they're underway. Shamashima number 5 on the 2A side. Joe Carwin ranked number 3 on the 3A side.
Could see another really good match here.
Going at 220 pounds. We got to work our way all the way back up to 152 pounds. As we started this one at 160. But there's a takedown by Carwin. She's got the legs tied up now, they award it. Carwin moves up, puts 2-on-1 on Shamasima's, trying to do that little suicide kill. Shamasima's fighting that off, and over he goes. Well, he rolls through it, though. Shamashima Jr., so's Carwin. Carwin will get the cross face, traps that far elbow, drives it around her right on the edge. Shamashima kind of right at the edge as Carwin tried to do that pick and step, and Shamashima goes over. He's giving up back points. Carwin will try to reverse the half. Shamashima bucks him off, but he'll give up 2 near fall points. And the officials send him back to the center. 1:08 gone here in the first period. 4-0 for Carwin, and now it looks like he's going to bleed a little bit. So Joe Carwin comes over. Coach Quinlan going to come check him out. Stubbs Gas and Oil. If you're tired of the same old lunch and dinner menu, switch it up and pick up something new from the hot and cold deli selection at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Find great food at low prices at Stubbs Gas and Oil. They're in Wiggins, or just east of Wiggins there on I-76. It just looks like they've got a little owie there on the cheek or something for Joe Carwin.
It looks like he's got a cut on his eye.
And get out the old little hot stick there and seal that up. The guys head back to the center. Carwin will work on the right side. Shamashima trying to stand up. Carwin will get a hammer lock back on the left arm. Looks like he's trying to put a arm bar in there under that hammer lock. And he'll come around the other side. He's trying to work the half Nelson in there, just lifting on his shoulder. I'm not sure what he's going to do with that. He isn't either, so he gives up on that. Shamashima bases up. Carwin trying to work the arm back again. Now they lock up that 2-on-1. Shamashima broken down right there in the 10-foot circle. And Carwin trying to pull him into him with that 2-on-1. I think he's quite got that loaded up right yet. That tilt he likes to use. Well, trying to suicide it over again, but we'll head to the second period. 4-0 for Carwin. Should be Brush's choice. Carwin wants down position. Shamashima in the green. Coming on the left side. And we're underway. Carwin tripods up and he'll peel away and get the escape. Go up 5-0. Carwin with the shot. Shamashima blocks that. That's Kobe. Shamashima. Carwin works out of that tie-up, then they come right back to it. Carwin pummels for that inside control, and Shamashima kind of pushes him away. Gives him about 4 or 5 quick head taps, and they come back forehead to forehead tie-up. Carwin pushing on the shoulder, circling. Grabs an elbow. Hand fight a little bit. Bang foreheads. Tying up. Now there's Carwin shoots in on a single leg, but Shamashima blocks that. They come up facing each other, work to the near side. A loose forehead to forehead tie. Carwin shoots in, and Shamashima goes backwards out of bounds. It's going to give him a caution for stalling. His first one, no points for it. Carwin up 5-0 as we head into the second minute of the second period. Going to forehead to forehead loose tie up. Fighting wrists. Jump right under the mat light. There's Carwin at double leg. He's in there pretty deep with it. Shamashima trying to headlock, and Carwin blocks that. They break apart, come right back to tie up. Inside of 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Carwin kind of feints his shot. Shamashima actually looks a little smaller than Carwin. Carwin pushes him away. Bear hug attempt. Shamashima is trying to load up a throw. Carwin backs away from that and blocks it. They go out of bounds. 7 seconds left. Second period. Carwin up by 5. And we're in the third period. It'll be Shamashima's choice. Kobe in the green. He's going to take the down position. Carwin in on the left side. Shamashima trying to set out. Carwin grabs the arm and tries to pop him back, but Shamashima spins around, faces up. Carwin trying to snap him back again. It's a good deep tight waist on Shamashima. Shamashima in the set out position. Now Carwin's going to come up facing. Shamasima's going to get the escape as they go out of bounds. We're going to give a tech. They're going to give him escape, and they're going to say Carwin went out of bounds and give a penalty point to Shamashima. Not sure about that one. This Carlin is just backing away from Shamashima, trying to load up a throw. Official talking to the scores table about that scoring. So go back into that tie-up. Carlin gets ear to ear with Shamashima. Shamashima trying to peel off. Carlin shoots underneath. They'll be out of bounds. Shamashima trying to load up a front headlock. Carlin spins and throws him away. 50 seconds left in the match. Shamashima trying to pull Carlin around. Hold his head down, about 3 or 4 quick whacks. Come back to that forehead to forehead tie-up. Shamashima pushing now. They're saying Carlin's blocking. There's Shamashima was shot. Little underhook by Carlin, and he'll be out of bounds. Carlin is cautioned for stalling. The referee's been wrong. So if he called again, it'll be a point. Carlin up by 3. Inside of 20 seconds to go. Back in that tie-up. Carlin working one side to the other. Shamashima. Now Carlin feints a shot. Shamashima trying to throw a headlock. Inside of 5 seconds to go. Carlin by 3. They go ear to ear. And that'll be the match. It'll go Beat Digger's way. Joe Carlin picks up the victory. We'll be back in a moment on 1010, KSIR, and KSIR.com.
And welcome back to Brush High School. We moved back down to the little guys. Just got done with the heavyweight match. We have 106 pounds. Jason Moreno for the Brush Beat Diggers, taking on Jacob Medina for the Highland Huskies. Neither wrestler ranked by Tim Yount and on the mat rankings. The score of the duel so far after Oscar picked up a forfeit is 18-12 in favor of the Beat Diggers. Jason Moreno had a good double leg in there and gave up on it. Jacob Medina gets the takedown to start this match at 106 pounds. Snapback attempt by Jacob Medina. Moreno fights that off, trying to tripod up. Medina with a half and a wrist. Trying to put Moreno on his back. Moreno fights that off. Now sitting right on his haunches. He's going to get snapped back again. And Moreno rolls through that snapback.
Medina's only a freshman.
Medina with a 2-on-1 sets Moreno on his hip again. Moreno trying to tripod up, now gets set back over on his hip. Cross-face by Medina. Looking for that cross-face cradle. Looks like he has it hooked up. Now he's trying to step through and pull Moreno back. Oh, Moreno's going to fight that off. Stands up. Trying to peel the wrist, reaches up, grabs a head, pulls Medina over, pulls Medina through with that headlock. I mean, Medina just rolls through, gets right back behind Moreno. Now there's a snap back again by Medina, puts Moreno on his back. Picking up near fall points here. I know he has 2 out of that. Now he's going to pick up 3 off of that. So Jacob Medina for Highland up 5-0 here as the first period runs out. Moreno's choice. He defers to Medina. Medina chooses down. Medina sets. Moreno gets on from the left side. Switch attempt by Medina. He leaves his arm hanging low, and Moreno grabs it. Moreno with a crossface trying to pick and step. Now he's got a wrist. Looked like he was going for a half there. Still has a crossface. Now he's trying to bunch him up into a cradle. Medina fights that off. Oh, he had it for a second. As Medina rolls through with it. Moreno still with that crossface. Can't tell what he's trying to do with it. Medina stands up, gets the escape. Now leads this match 6-0 with 1:10 left in the second period. Moreno had a couple of chances there, but Medina fought off all of the pinning combinations.
Jason's really improved. You can see improvement every match he has. That's all a coach can ask of a real young wrestler with not a lot of experience.
Both wrestlers in the neutral position. Good single leg attempt by Medina. Picks it up, and Moreno fights it off. Sprawls out of there. Ends up on his back. Medina's going to spin around behind Jason Moreno, pick up the 2-point takedown. Now somehow Moreno comes out the back door and grabs an ankle and ends up on top. Gets a 2-point reversal.
Uh-oh, he's got his feet out in front of him.
And Medina gets another 2 points on that reversal. Moreno just ends up in a few precarious positions and just needs some more experience.
Yeah, it sure gives it plenty of effort. It's going to take the down position for the third period.
Medina on from the left side. Tries to side drag Moreno. Moreno tries to stand up, gets pulled right back down. Now he stands up, faces Medina, gets the escape. And Jason Moreno down 10-3 in this match with 1:40 left. Moreno with wrist control in there. They break apart. Medina in on another single leg. Moreno trying to sprawl, hooks a whizzer, and Moreno falls to his back, but he's going to pop his head. Oh, I thought he was going to pop his head out of there and get the takedown. Medina on top of Moreno right now, trying to get the takedown. Moreno's fighting it off, has a leg underneath. Power half by Medina. The official started to give him 2 points for the takedown and now waves it off. And we're going to get a stoppage for blood. No points awarded on that whirlwind activity.
Well, the official kind of was a little more cautious giving that takedown early. They tried to give it again, but still didn't have control.
That's fun jumping from them heavier weights clear down to the 106-pounders. There's just a lot more action here at the lighter weights.
I'm not sure who this referee is, but I think he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, he tries to wait until there's points for sure.
Okay.
Morgan Community College. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session that will get you on the right track and find out what options are available to help you. Imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals with MCC.
We're about ready to get underway here.
Yeah, it looks like Moreno's cleaned up. He's headed back out to the middle. Wrestler still in the neutral position. No takedowns there. Single leg attempt by Medina. Moreno fights it off. Another single leg. That was kind of a far-reaching single leg by Medina. And again, Moreno fights it off. There's a little underhook in there. Picks up an ankle. Now he's going to dump Medina down. Got a half in there, tries to put him to his back, and Medina rolls him through. So he's going to pick up 2 points for that takedown. He's going to be down 5-10. 9 seconds left in this match.
They're trying to crank a crossface cradle there. Had it locked up. Just run out of room. Jason get a little excited out there. He's going to get a caution on the start.
So Morena down by 5 points with 8 seconds left. Side drags Medina. Needs to throw him on his back, but he doesn't get it done. Medina is going to stand up, get the escape, and Jason Moreno is going to lose this match 11-5.
But that's big. Jason come off the pin in the last match and goes back and it's 11-5 loss. But, that only gives the other team 3 team points. So we'll have Jaron Peterson up against Justin Lutz here in a moment. So as they're already out on the mat. Central Auto Parts. You want your vehicle, farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them. Purchase the best quality parts and accessories at great prices at your local Napa store. Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Jaron Peterson squares off here at 113 pounds. Couldn't quite get down there before Christmas, but he's made it now. He's in on a single leg on Lutz. And trying to pull that in as Lutz is in the over position with a crossface, and Peterson staying with it. They work right here in the near edge. As Peterson dumps him to the mat, is trying to work up. Lutz pretty long, and he's reaching back, hook the leg. And who's got who? Peterson behind him with an ankle. Lutz has hooked a little knee. Fighting off this takedown attempt by Peterson as they spin around. And start on their second trip around, and Lutz looking like going for that Peterson kind of look with an ankle. Now he's in deep on a single leg. And Peterson trying to fight off Lutz's single leg counter. Peterson working from the top. He's trying to sprawl out, and the official's going to say, well, we've been in this long enough. Let's head back to the center and restart.
Jaron Peterson, just a freshman for the Beat Diggers, and Justin Lutz, a junior for the Huskies.
Lutz trying to fight off this single leg by Peterson. They're sending him back to the center. Not sure what that was all about. Did you hear that?
There was a potentially dangerous they stopped it for, but I don't know why. I didn't see.
Something about getting out to the side. I couldn't see what the official seen, so.
Can't hear much else with these headphones on.
No. Funny sight, you need that mat mic, I guess. Down to 12 seconds and counting. Snaps Peterson down. Gets out to the side, but can't hook a knee up. They get a front headlock on him with 3 seconds left. Peterson counters that, and we'll have the second period. No scoring in the first period.
A lot of action in that first period, but no score.
18 team points for the Beat Diggers, 15 as we head into this 113-pound match. Second period. And Jaron Peterson set on the bottom. Quick stand up by Peterson, trying to peel away. Grabbing around. Peterson spins. And now it's down around the ankle. Peterson hip backs in. Now he's trying to mule kick out. Get over the edge and they'll be out of bounds. Surprised he didn't call stalling on Lutz. He's hanging on to that ankle for quite a while. Quick stand up by Peterson as they restart. He's trying to peel and run away, and he will get the escape first point of the match. And now Peterson right in on a single leg. And Lutz reaches over, grabs an ankle. Gets in kind of a switch position. Peterson's head between the legs. Haven't been able to improve on it much. Now he's got an elbow and a leg. Trying to stretch Lutz out. Lutz now trying to work the switch. Now he's got a single leg on Peterson. But we're getting a pickle again. Now Peterson trying to improve that. He does a little roll and comes up, has Lutz on his back, holding him there as he rolled into him, kind of like a rookie roll. Now Lutz is trying to get off his back with 1 minute left here in the second period. Nice little move by Peterson. As Lutz gets way out in front of him, Peterson's going to lose that pinhold and pick up 3 near fall points. Now Peterson gets back in a little better riding position. 6-0 for Peterson. He's working the near edge. Peterson got a cradle on Lutz. Lutz got his head a little close to his knee, but Lutz breaks that by feeling those wrists by. Peterson will grab a toe. He's a little high with his ride. Lutz is kind of out in front of him now. Peterson will try to bust him out of bounds, and he'll have to head back to the center. Peterson with the 1-point escape, 2-point takedown, and 3-point near fall is how I've got it. Peterson working from the top. Lutz trying to set out. Get a switch. Peterson gets up a little scissor circle and right out the period. Scissor circle on the far leg instead of the near one. Into the third period with Peterson up 6-0. Lutz wants neutral position. Head taps from Peterson as Lutz pushing into him. So work to the near side. Peterson circles in. Come back ear to ear. Peterson trying to work out of this tie-up. He's got a one-arm front headlock on him. Peterson trying to drop down to a single. Keeps that front headlock. Peterson kind of in the under position there. So the legs split way apart. Now Peterson trying to shoot under and hook a leg up, driving towards the Pete Digger bench. Now Lutz tries to go the other way and they'll be out of bounds. Peterson kind of got caught setting there for a second. But they'll still be on their feet as we restart. Clock underway with 1 minute. Peterson's down underneath on a single leg. Lutz draped over the top. Peterson goes to a double leg for a moment. Now right back to that single leg. But Lutz draped over, working the ankle. We're going to get a pickle and the official's going to stop it and restart him with 42 seconds. This official's got the quietest whistle of any we've had. Now Peterson down on a single. He's kind of got Lutz out in front of him. Lutz trying to fight it off with a half Nelson. And Peterson hanging on to that single leg. As Lutz has got an arm out and trying to bend it backwards. The official is going to call potentially dangerous out of that. I have to restart with 19 seconds on the clock.
He was really cranking on that arm.
Yeah. There's Peterson with a long-range single. Lutz now does a bad shot. Little underhook by Peterson as Lutz is caught in the under position now. There's that little underhook. Lutz looks like he's trying to go for a short fireman, and Peterson dumps him over, gets the takedown. And that'll be the match. And 8-0 major decision for the Beat Diggers is Jaron Peterson. 8-0 over Justin Lutz. Conrad Cole will be up next against Jacob Trujillo. They're both ranked number 2 in the state. Let's do that in 30 seconds on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Quick.
Welcome back to Brush High School. Conrad Cole at 120 pounds, taking on Jacob Trujillo from Highland. Both wrestlers ranked number 2. Jacob Trujillo ranked number 2 in 2A. Conrad Cole ranked number 2 in 3A. Another one of them matchups we were looking at tonight. Should be a good match anyway on paper.
Number 2 and number 2. And I think Conrad's dropped a little in the rankings, but it's not because he hasn't been facing tough competition.
Yeah, I think
he
lost.
He can to get him beat.
He's lost to the number 1 guy in 5A, the number 3 guy in 5A, and then he's lost to another top wrestler in one of the other divisions. I can't remember who. But wrestlers inside of a minute here in the first period, they've just been sizing each other up, head tapping and getting wrist control out there. A couple of little feint shots by each wrestler, but that's it. There's a shot by Conrad. He's in on a single leg. Trujillo gets warned for stalling. And he gets thrown to his back right at the edge of the mat, and the referee's not going to give him the points.
Yeah,
I don't know how that happened. He was in on a good single leg and lifted Trujillo up, and somehow Trujillo just pancaked him right to his back.
Did that reverse salsa or reverse headlock thing on him.
But no harm done as they were on the edge of the mat, went out of bounds before any points awarded. Inside of 10 seconds now here in the first period, no score. There, Conrad's in on another single leg, trying to get behind Trujillo. He hooks up that ankle, but Trujillo with a good whizzer, and right at the edge of just as time ran out in the first period, Conrad just about got the takedown. Referee doesn't award it. Conrad's choice, he defers to Trujillo. Trujillo chooses down. So no score after 2 minutes of wrestling. Going to the second period. Trujillo tries to switch on Conrad. Conrad drops down to a leg, gets 2 in there, picks up Trujillo and tries to hit a half Nelson on the way down. Doesn't quite get it sunk in. Conrad still on top here, hanging on to a leg as Trujillo tries to stand up. Trujillo gets pulled back down to the mat. Conrad with wrist control underneath. Trujillo faces back up. He's back on his hands and knees. Cole still with wrist control. Has both wrists tied up. Trujillo sits back on his haunches. Conrad tries to go over the top with a cradle, and Trujillo blocks that. Inside of a minute here in the second period, still no score in the match. Now Conrad reaches up, puts a half on. Trujillo stands up real quick. Conrad tries to lift him up and put him down, puts a half on the way down, and they're going to go out of bounds. Trujillo with really good hips. Most guys would have ended up on their back in that position, but on his way down, Trujillo twisted the hips and stayed out of that half. We've got a blood timeout. Trujillo saying his nose is bleeding.
Getting a little drink of water. Yeah, they're wiping his face there a little bit. Looks like we're going to get out the big pencil. How about Mr. D's Ace Farm and Home Center? For all your farm and ranch supplies, including Purina feeds and everything, stop by at the Ace stores in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and their newest location at 122 Custer Street in Brush. It's Mr. D's Farm and Home Center.
36 seconds left here in the second period. No score in the match. Quick stand-up by Trujillo. Tries to throw a whizzer in. Conrad has... going to get thrown to his back. Just about gets thrown to his back. He's stretched out, holding on to a single leg. I don't know how he kept from it, but he did. Now a front headlock by Trujillo. Tries to throw Conrad. No go there. Conrad's going to give up control with 6 seconds left right at the edge of the mat. And they're going to give Trujillo a 1-point escape. So it took almost 4 minutes to get a point out of this match. Jacob Trujillo leads the match, going to go into the third period now, 1-0. Conrad Cole chooses the down position to start the third period. He sets Trujillo on from the right side. Conrad reaches down, tries to peel Trujillo's wrists off. Now he stands up. Trujillo tries to trip Conrad down, and Conrad's going to get the 1-point escape. And we're tied here in the third period, a 1-1, a minute 40 left in the match. Wrestlers forehead to forehead, fighting for wrist control here in the neutral position. Trujillo reaches up, taps Conrad's head. Conrad reaches up, taps Trujillo's head. Still fighting for control. Nobody interested in shooting right now. There's a shot by Trujillo. He grabs a single leg, trying to lift it up. Going to toss Conrad down, and Trujillo's going to go up 3-1. That's a nice single leg by Trujillo. Trujillo tries to pancake Conrad down. Conrad comes around, faces Trujillo. Going to get the 1-point escape. Now Conrad's down in this match 3-2 with 40 seconds left. Back underway, inside of 35 seconds now. A little short fireman try by Trujillo. Conrad in, trying to spin around behind Trujillo. A little reverse headlock by Trujillo, and he's going to pick up the 2 points, put Conrad Cole on his back. Has Conrad stretched out, and Conrad's going to get stuck with 12 seconds left in the match.
Wow. 5:48 pin for Jacob Trujillo against Brush's returning state champion. And that quiets the crowd. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. As Mackie Sandoval's out there at 126 for the Beat Diggers, ranked number 3 in the state, taking on Jackson Miller from Highland. And Mackie out with a kind of a crunch cradle on. He's picking up back points, going for the pin. As he's got Miller over. Can't hold him there, but he's still got that cradle locked up. And needs to readjust that cradle a little bit. Looks the coach is going to pick up these 3 near fall points. And Mackey is going to set up a tilt, and over goes his opponent from Highland. And Miller, back points being waved off against him. Now Mackey gives up on that hole, picking up 3 near fall points and snaps Miller back and picking up back points again. It's teed out to the front. This is trying to get a reverse half in there. And there's, the official raised his hand for the pin. As Mackie Sandoval has that reverse half locked up. 36 seconds of counting first period. The official will move down below the wrestlers and try to look at those shoulders, and there it is. There's a pin win for Mackie Sandoval. And that comes at 1:31 of the match. So we'll be back in 30 seconds on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.
At 132 pounds, Bo Rocha from Brush will be live.
Welcome back to Brush High School. We're just underway at 138 pounds. Alec Peterson gets the first takedown against Thad Wirtz. Alec Peterson ranked 4th in the state. Alec Peterson with a crotch ride, and that has a half locked up on it, trying to run the head with it. Trying to pull Wirtz underneath. Wirtz really fighting that off. 3 matches left in the duel. Beat Diggers leading the duel now, 34-21. Alec Peterson now with another half from the other side with wrist control. And Wirtz fights that off. Wirtz tries to stand up. They're right at the edge of the mat, and they're going to go out of bounds. Peterson leading the match 2-0. On from the right side, tries to snap Wirtz back. Wirtz flattens out. Peterson now has wrist control underneath, has both of Wirtz's wrists. Trying to pry him out, looking for maybe an arm bar. Really driving on Wirtz, has Wirtz flattened out. Still trying to pull that one arm out. Wirtz bases up. Alec Peterson with a lot of pressure on the front half of Wirtz. Now he sticks a half in, has the wrist on the other side, working around the head and puts Wirtz right to his back. Has the wrist and half in there. Wirtz bridging hard out of there. Alec Peterson settled in pretty tight though. Now Alec Peterson puts a stretcher on with that half. He gets out with him, gives up on the stretcher and gets back out teed off chest to chest. Inside of 15 seconds left. Wirtz having to fight hard, and he's going to get back to his base. Alec Peterson going to pick up 3 near fall points, though. Going to lead the match 5-0 here in the first period.
Is that all? It seems like it's dominated a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And this is 1010 KSIR, Brush Fort Morgan, and also KSIR.com. So hold it right here as we head to the second period.
Highland's choice in the match. The first brushes Alec Peterson. Peterson chooses the down position here in the second period. He sets on the bottom. Alec Peterson turning into Wirtz. Now tries to stand up, peeling the wrists, trying to get his hips away. The Highland wrestler tried to shove Peterson off of the mat, and that's going to cost him a penalty point.
Just a little confused. He signaled the wrong card.
Alec Peterson with a switch and a sit out. Now he's looking for the Peterson roll, and there he's got it hooked up. Nope, not quite. Now we're going to get the reversal. Wirtz on his back, giving up back points. Now Wirtz trying to roll through. And it's going to be 11-0 in favor of Alec Peterson. Alec trying to get wrist control underneath, reaching up for a half again. Alec really rides hard on those shoulders, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does a good job of staying behind the shoulders and keeping good pressure on.
Looks like he's got an arm bar trying to... I don't know what he's got there. Do you, Rob?
Well, it looked like he just had the hammerlock back there. Picked up 3 near fall points and just lets him loose. It jumps right back on him. Didn't have a whole lot.
So Peterson up 14-0 now. Just needs a couple more near fall points here. He'll pick up the tech fall win.
$20 seconds and counting.
Wirtz just kind of balled up underneath, trying not to give up any more points. Peterson works out to the side. Looks like he's got a wrist over on that left side. Now just reaches around the wrist and tilts Wirtz over. Picked up 2 more back points and going to win this match 16-0 with the Tech fall.
Okay, 2 matches to go. Arnaldo Maltos Garcia, ranked number 7 in the state, will take on Junior Gore as they make their way to the mat.
Junior Gore.
We'll talk about Equitable Savings and Loan. Northeastern Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan and Brush. They have financial solutions for you. This baby's set to go as he takes on Junior Gore from Highland. Junior sophomore, as is baby. And there's baby in on a single leg and throws him by and gets behind and goes a little spiral right and gets a takedown. It's Gore trying to stand up. It'll be out of bounds on the far side. Gore sets, looking away from us. Stands up. Trying to peel away and get a single leg. Baby sprawls out, catches a cross face, trying on the thighs. Gore's got picking up that single leg on baby and tries to heel trip him down. He does. Baby with a little whizzer maintains control, throws Gore over the top, and now he's picking up back points. Can hold him there for a 2 count. They'll be out of bounds.
Boy, baby's got awesome hips, doesn't he, Rob?
Oh, my goodness. You watch him and Rosenbrock, and it's just like there's a step above. Tyler Saney over there asking the official to explain the call. Thought maybe had given up the escape, but he maintained control and ended up getting back points out of it. Come back to that little spiral ride as he spin around right in the 10-foot circle. Maybe trying to keep wrist control on Gore. Gore will break free and get the escape. It's a 4-1. So work to the near side. Still 52 seconds left in the first period.
Hadn't seen that single leg much from baby. We usually see that fireman of his, but boy, he's got a good single leg too.
Yeah, he's supposed to be working on that single leg a little bit. Gore backing away from him. And he'll try a shot, maybe out to the side with a little overhook, but he'll be out of bounds. Have to restart. 30 seconds and counting here in the first period.
Wow.
Baby with a shot. Oh, that was quick. I looked down at my scorecard and he had a takedown. They work to the Highland edge of the mat. Gore trying to stand up, he will, and get the escape as he faces baby. About to hit the second period. With Maltos Garcia up 6-2. His choice. He's going to defer. Junior Gore wants the bottom. So he sets. Baby moving in on the right side. We're getting caution on the start. Fishing a little slow getting that one started. Okay, they're underway. So start from the left side this time. Gore standing up, feels the wrists, and he'll get the escape. Start the second period. 6-3. There's Gore with a long-range shot. Maybe at the cross face. Now he's in on his short fireman. Gore goes right to his back. You mentioned that. And now he's fighting to get off his back. He's with the 2-point takedown, takedown and a revert. Oh, there's a cross-face cradle, and Gore's on his back again. It's 10-3 on the scoreboard, and baby's got criteria for 3 more. Going for the pin.
Looks like he's going to get the pin there.
Yeah.
He's flat.
He's just moving. The only reason he's not being called 10. They just got him locked up in that
See, the
cradle.
referee keeps tapping
There
his
it
hand,
is.
and there it is.
So the score finally slowed down just a little bit. And we'll give a 2-minute 58-10 for Baby. One more match to go. How about that? Zane Fowl take on Drew Bornhoff here in the last match at 152. As they're already on the mat ready to go. Okay, how about Brush Grocery Cart? Stop, shop, and save on all your grocery needs, snacks, and game time enjoyment. That's Brush Grocery Cart at 1302 West Edison Street.
Zane Fowl here at 152 pounds, the last match of the night against Drew Bornhoff. Had a single leg, tried to pick it up, and they're going to go out of bounds. So the Beat Diggers lead the duel 45-21. They will win it. We still have this one last match. A lot of head tapping out there. Getting pretty rough with each other, but good front headlock by Bornhoff. And ends up putting Zane Fowl right to his back with that. What's that called, Rob?
I'm not sure. Just a little underhook, double underhook, and threw him to his back and pinned him.
And Bornhoff gets the pin in just 24 seconds. So that gives Highland Huskies another 6 points. That gives them 27, and the Brush Beat Diggers 45.
25-27. That was kind of a surprise there at the end, and of course, a little bit of a surprise to see Conrad Cole get knocked off by the pin at 5:48 of his match. This has been a real intense crowd. Nobody's screaming and yelling. They're just enjoying some great wrestling as we have. So let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and wrap up the duels on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to Brush High School. Troy Lucenhoff, coach. Been a pretty exciting night of wrestling, but Highland's tougher. I can't believe they don't have more guys ranked.
Yeah, they definitely have some really tough kids. At 120's tough kid, and then they got some really tough kids up top. I even thought their 13-pounder coming in, who Jaron Peterson wrestled great tonight, that Lutz, he's a tough kid too, and Jaron just controlled him tonight. So it was a good match. The final score is 45-27, which was not as good as I thought it could be for us, but no one really thought Conrad would give away a pin, state champ. So that was kind of a surprise. But other than that, I thought we wrestled pretty well. It kind of looked like we were out of shape endurance wise, which kind of scares me. I wonder if they're cutting weight right. So we'll have to work on that. But other than that, I thought we wrestled pretty well.
Well, it was pretty exciting. Of course, Cookie went out, had the lead, and then got pinned.
Yeah, that was a weird match. Cookie came out looking great, 2 takedowns, and then out of nowhere, second period, he gets taken down and right to his back. But Valley's one of those teams that they got a lot of throws, and they work on a lot of chin whips, salsa haras, and they can catch you on your back at any time. So.
That salsa hara is a mean headlock.
Oh, it's tight. If you get hit in one, it's tight.
If they do it right.
Yeah.
And Kyle, what a night for him. He went against a pretty highly ranked kid from Lions.
Yeah, Lions. What was that kid ranked?
Oh, let's see. It was 170. He's number 2.
Number 2 in the state. Yeah, at 70s. He came out, and that kid threw one of the best throws I've seen in wrestling ever. I mean, his feet were 10 feet in the air. And
he come out on top.
The crazy thing is, that he shows heart. He fought off his back, ended up coming out on top. And That was a huge win. So.
I wished we had the instant replay.
Oh,
video
and
on
I
that
got video on that one. That one might have to be posted. That was a good brawl.
one. Oh,
He came out looking good though. Kyle he needs a little more practice. He needs some more mat time to get in wrestling shape, not running shape, and he'll be good to go by state hopefully. So.
well, two big victories, 45-27 over Highland and 60-18 over Lions. Then when Lions wrestled, no, wait a minute, excuse me, we were 77-5 over Lions, and Highland only won 60-18.
Yep.
Lions pretty much undermanned. It's too bad. They used to have a great wrestling program. So.
Yeah, back when Leicester Bowling was there, I know when I was in high school, they had a huge kids program. They had a lot going on there, and I talked to the coach, and he said it turned into a running school. A lot of cross country runners that are tough. They're always top in the state in track and cross country. So he said it's hard to find good wrestlers on the cross country team, and not the cross country team, but the track team, because there is some tough cross country.
Oh, yeah,
wrestlers.
That's a good transition, good way to stay in shape.
Yeah,
wrestling.
exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
But it kind of sets us up for this weekend. You got a huge tournament to go to again.
Yeah, we'll be at Top of the Rockies this weekend. Tomorrow, tournament starts at 1:00 at Centaurus High School in Lafayette, Colorado. So it's arguably one of the top tournaments in the country. So I know Alec Peterson has 3 ranked kids in the country at his weight. Teeter has 1. They're at 38s. 38s is just a loaded weight. There's some really tough kids. So it'll be fun to see. You know, it's one of those tournaments that basically we're just going to see the tough matches. If you win that as a team, you're probably one of the best teams in the country. So, that'd be awesome if we did. But you got Pomona there, you got Ponderosa there, you got Thompson Valley there, you got Omaha North, Palo Verde, Nevada, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Rio Rancho, New Mexico, Cheyenne Central, Cheyenne East. What's the other? There's like 4 or 5 schools out of Wyoming, so there's 40 teams there. It's gonna be a battle. So.
Well, that ought to be a lot of fun, and Lafayette's not that far away.
No, it's really not. It's about an hour and 20 minutes. So, if you got time, make it out there. Saturday night, the finals will be from 5 to 8 o'clock. They'll wrestle 5th, 6th, 3rd, 4th, 1st, 2nd. And if you're a wrestling fan, you're going to want to watch those matches because, like I said, you'll see some of the best wrestling in the country at that tournament. So.
It sounds like that Florence tournament was pretty tough, too.
Yeah, the Florence tournament, it was a good tournament. It's not quite as tough as this one coming up, but it was like a 3A state title. There was the top 7 teams in 3A there, and we actually wrestled pretty good. We didn't have Zane Fowl at 52s. Brandon Buring was in at 70s, and he wrestled really good at Florence. He went 3-2 last week, so him and Cookie are wrestling tough right now. We just need him to turn the corner here. So,
it's been you're setting your guys up. They've had plenty of tough competition.
Oh, definitely.
You go down the roster and everybody. Jose just tickles me because boy, he come out there. He's a really tough kid.
Yeah, definitely.
No quit.
What was that kid? Number 4. Number 4, and Carwin's kid, number 5. Wow.
Yeah.
And even number 5 at 82s too, Tristan Teeter. And he came out, took the kid down right away, and then just had no more dog in the fight for some reason there at the end. I don't know if it's getting down to 82s or what it is, but he needs to step it up because right now, he wrestled that kid great in the first period, and then all of a sudden, comes 2nd, 3rd, just didn't have it. So we'll have to find that.
It's tough to cut that much weight and not be lackadaisical
or sluggish out there. I agree.
It's I can't say I've done it. I've watched it for years.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
it takes a lot of discipline to cut right and stay there.
Yeah. Like today, he was a pound over when he got here. He had to run it off. So that doesn't help either.
No. Well, I know Christy needs to head home. Alec Creighton, our big boss, has been a little ill, so we want to get her out of there. But
Yeah.
been a great night of wrestling, and Beat Diggers doing a good job, and you guys, coaches, are doing a great job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course, we had some good fans here tonight. They were very rowdy. I think they were just really enjoying some good, tough wrestling.
There
matches.
were some awesome matches tonight. I was excited.
I didn't hear a lot of yelling, but I heard a lot of ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and
So it was a good night. I'm proud of them. Hopefully we could carry it over to the weekend for the tough one. So
yeah, that's then after Kyle Rosenbrock's match there against Lions, that was just amazing.
yeah, that was a great match. Great match.
There was a lot of great matches tonight. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, I
Coach.
appreciate it. Thanks for coming out.
Okay, thank you, and thanks to all our sponsors, Christy Creighton for running the board, and all our great sponsors. I don't want to forget Buildings by Design, as knowing who you can trust to do a good job is a tough part nowadays. But when you hire Buildings by Design, you can trust you'll get the building you want when you want it at the quality you deserve. Start your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. And this post-game show was brought to you by Buildings by Design. So I'll run down quickly here in the Beat Diggers contest against Highland. Cookie Barraza was pinned at 348 by Gomez. Kyle Rosenbrock with a 127 pin over Brody Croy. Tristan Teeter lost to Sean Belfridge by a fall at 430. Jose Rodriguez with a 6-5 come from behind win over number 4 ranked Theo Zimmer. Joe Carwin 5-2 win over number 5 ranked 2A Kobe Samashima. Oscar Soto received a forfeit. Jacob Medina won over Jason Moreno by a score of 11-5. Jaron Peterson won 8-0 over Justin Lutz from Highland. Conrad Cole in a shocker lost by a fall at 548 to Jacob Trujillo. Mackie Sandoval with a pin win at 31 seconds over Jason Miller. Bo Rocha received a forfeit win. Alec Peterson with a tech fall 16-0 over Thad Wirtz. Arnoldo Maltos Garcia with a 258 pin over Junior Gore. And Zane Fowl losing by a quick pin to Drew Bornhoff. And the Beat Diggers win that duel 45-27. As Jason's back, Beat Diggers win over Lions by a score of 77-5. I won't go through the forfeits. Jason Moreno lost by a fall to Will Hickman, and Hickman's ranked number 5 on the 2A side. That was 106. Bo Rocha with a tech fall over Kenyon Raper from Lions, and it was a 51-second pin for Alec Peterson over William Derenberg. Zane Fowl won his by a fall at 106 over Daniel Fager, and Kyle Rosenbrock against the number 2 ranked 2A kid at 170. Kyle also ranked number 2 at 3A side. It was Kyle Rosenbrock with the pinfall over John Hickman. Then down to Oscar Soto. He got a 30-second pin over Aaron Vasquez, and the Beat Diggers won that duel 77-5. So thanks a lot, Jason. And we'll be on the air next week because we've got to move down to Strasburg as Beat Diggers will be taking on Strasburg in another triple duel like this, along with University High. So that triangular will start at 5:30 here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Again, thanks to all our sponsors, Jason for helping out, and all of you, our fans, for listening in. For Rob Hastings, Jason Holden, good night from Brush. Beat Diggers win both duels. Stay tuned to 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.